secrets are no fun. Secrets aren't for everyone. Could you imagine dating someone for about a year or so, and then just to find out, or even less than that, and just to find out they got a big old secret that they never told you? Let me tell you, there was this guy walked into a cafe, sees this girl reading a book, looks at her, orders his cup of coffee, looks at her again, debates whether he should go up and talk to her, like most guys do. They debate. They're like, hey, that girl's pretty. Should I go over there and speak to her? Or should I just stay where I'm at and drink this cup of coffee? He decides to go ahead and talk to her. But the problem is, she's definitely one ear. She's definitely one ear. So she couldn't hear what he was saying. So then she looks at him and she's like, what? What are you talking about? And so then he was just like, oh, blah, 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 whatever, right? And so then she was like, oh, I'm deaf. And so then he was just like, oh, okay. But she was intrigued by this guy. She was like, do you want to start over again? And so he was like, yeah, let's start over again. So he goes back to his seat, looks at her for a little bit, and then he goes over and talks to this young lady. And they have this wonderful life that they now built together, right? They have wonderful times together. They have wonderful dates together. They get to know one another. And now they feeling really good about one another. So what did they do? What did they decide to do? Let's get married. So now the guy's best friend, right? The guy's best friend has this girl. And then the girl is now friends with couple one girl, right? So we got couple one, we got couple two, we got couple three, we got couple four, okay? Couple one and two is the one I just told you about, right? The cafe story. Couple three and four is the best friend, right? You following along so far? Please stay with me, okay? So couple one and couple two, they're now starting to do all of their marriage stuff because in a couple of days they're about to get married. They're about to get married. Oh my god! Yeah. So anyway, so couple one and two, um, actually couple three and four was part of the wedding. Best friend, best man, and matron of honor. Is that what they call it? Matron of honor? Maid of honor? I don't know. MOH. Anyway, so now, they all doing a little bit of wine tasting. They doing a little bit of cake tasting. They doing a little bit of tasting. Yeah, okay, you understand what I'm saying? They tasting out here. Okay, and so anyway, so then now, couple one and two, right? The female. So she starts having some wine. She's like, "Oh my God, this wine tastes so good." Oh, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. This is what I want. Blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Right. So couple three and four, female, was like, "Oh my gosh, we should tell the worst thing that we've done." Who does that? I don't want to tell my business like that, especially if I haven't told my partner. I don't want them to think that I'm crazy. Okay. Anyway, so couple three and four, they go first. They tell their thing, right? Now it's time for couple one and two now. So now the guy goes first, and then the girl goes last, and she had a. I'm not gonna tell you the secret, okay? But she has a secret that is like, what the heck is going on? I couldn't say the other word. You thought I was gonna say the other word? I couldn't say the other word. Anyway, so she has a big secret, right? And so now days go on right before the wedding. So now the boyfriend, fiance, or whatever you want to call him, fiance. Anyway, he starts having these random thoughts about how things went down in her past. And meanwhile, the secrets were like, well, the girl's secret, couple one and two, her secret was like when she was a kid. But all of a sudden, in his mind, it starts to play out. It starts to go on and on and on and on. And then he gets into some trouble. He gets into some trouble with a person that he works with. He starts asking questions about his fiance's story to this coworker. And then they start kissing and almost did it. You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about when I say almost did it. Don't be asking questions like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, moving on. So now it's his wedding now, right? It's his wedding. Now the MOH decided, I don't want to be part of this wedding. I don't want to do it. But okay, before the wedding, the MOH was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be a part of it. No, count me out. But couple one, the guy was like, you can't do that. The wedding is like in a day or so. You can't do that. So she's like, I can do whatever I want. I don't blah, 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 whatever, right? Because she was offended about the couple one and two's females secret. So she was like, oh well, whatever, all right. So then, and what happened after that? So then, oh, the wedding, right? Let's just talk about the wedding. So the wedding comes, whatever, and and so everything happens, whatever, and so the maid of honor, MOH, whatever you want to call her, yo, she got up and told like the stupidest like speech ever. I would have fired her at that moment. I would have been like, yo, you done? You cut off. Next to speak, cause that broad, she done. Anyway, so then, so then after that, right? After that, the bride was like, "Oh my god, I gotta go to the bathroom." So the bride gets up, goes to the bathroom, and then on the outside, she hears somebody speaking about what her secret was that she told her husband, her well now husband, and MOH and her husband. So how did she hear this secret? So now she goes and calls the husband, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta speak to you." So then she pulls the husband aside and speaks to him, and then she's like, "Oh, one second, I'm going to get this girl. Let's call her Jennifer, right?" So Jennifer comes in and was like, "Oh yeah, because he had asked me, and blah blah blah, and then he kissed me, and he tried to have sex with me." She tried to ruin the relationship. Yeah, she did. She tried to ruin the relationship. But guess what? They go back into the main area where everybody's at and sits down, and then it's like, oh, the bride wants to say something, and the bride was like, I don't want to say nothing. And so it was like, oh, the husband wants to say something. And so the husband gets up and was like, oh, um, you're the perfect bride. I love you. And if you love her, then why were you gonna do all that? And why were you trying to kiss your coworker? And why were you trying to have sex with your coworker? If you loved your little boo boo. Anyway, moving on. So then, right? So then, so then he starts saying some weird stuff, and then he starts talking about his coworker. And so the husband of the coworker was like, Jennifer, was like, oh, what you said? What you said? And then he comes up, he was like, oh, so you was sexual harassing my boo thing. And it was like, no, like she wanted it. And then they started fighting, and then it was just crazy after that. Chaos ensued. Okay. So then after that, um, the husband goes home. He's all bloody, got a black eye, got a bloody nose, blood everywhere, blood on his nice little tuxedo that he probably rented. So then he calls the wife, trying to figure out where she's at, and he don't know where she's at. So then he starts to go get a burger, and then and the burger spot. Then that's when the wife sits down in the burger spot, and then she tries to like soften the problems, right? She starts to soften it out. Like, hey, how are you? My name is so so, and he was like, oh yeah, my name is so so, and da da da, and that's the story, y'all. And that sounds like something interesting to you because it's a movie. It's called The Drama, and it is rated. I believe it's rated R. No, it's probably rated PG-13. It is rated R. It's rated R, and you can find it on HBO Max. HBO or Max, however they want to call it. Okay, you can find it on there. And I told you, if you don't have a subscription to HBO Max, what you do is you find a partner that has HBO Max, and then or you just go invite some people over. You're like, hey, who has HBO Max? Who want to hang out with me because I'm so bored and I'm so wonderful and I'm so awesome and I'm so cool because I'm a Gemini. And then you invite them over, and then you have a little snacks, you have a little food, and then you go ahead and watch this. Now, if you're thinking, oh, could I watch it with my kid? Yes, you can. You could watch with your kid. I wouldn't watch it with my kid. Though. I'll watch my boo thing. Tell my boo, like, hey, Perkins said, we got a new video to watch. Check this out. Yes, it is called The Drama. It is rated R. It is about an hour and 45 minutes. That doesn't really matter because we spend an hour doing whatever we want to do, honestly, if you know what I'm saying. Like I said, you can find it on HBO Max. It is called The Drama. It is an A24 movie. Yes, it is a movie that you should put on your watching category, all right? I'll see y'all next time.